Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's the Prepper Dad, and I want to kind of bounce off of the last video that I did. I just recently picked up a lot of free firewood. I was completely blessed and completely blown away by the generosity that I was able to get this firewood. And I wanted to encourage you guys and to say to keep going. Okay, and the reason why that we do this is because we can sometimes get, we don't see fruits of our labor. We don't see how any of this is worth anything. One thing I wanted to, hang on a second, I got it right here. I'm not going to show you the name of the company, but we recently received in the mail as far as the gas prices and how much it's going to be this winter. I will just say that we're looking at the highest is $1.19 per therm. Now, I don't work in that field. I don't know what a therm is. I don't know what it is, but it's a level of measurement for the natural gas and how much it costs to heat your or to use natural gas, right? And it's great. This is hilarious. The tagline on this, let me see if I can show this to you. Let me see without showing the name, because I don't want to do that. That's not what this is for. But it says, your best defense against rising costs, and it was for $1.09. That was the lowest. But then depending on how long you quote lock it in, it goes from $1.09, $1.12, all the way up to $1.19. Now currently, like I said, we're paying a third of that, about a third of that, maybe even a little bit lower. But I get a kick out of your best defense against rising costs. Well, no, the best defense against rising costs is not necessarily using natural gas, finding other ways to heat your house. Now, yes, you will need natural gas for certain things, but if you can substitute certain things like firewood to heat your house, I encourage you to do that. Now, I stand on what I said earlier this year, is that even this says the rising costs. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. Now, if I'm wrong, so be it. I'm wrong. It ain't going to hurt anybody when I say this, or if I am wrong. But as I say this, I want you guys to think about it and prepare yourself for what the possibility is. We already know that natural gas, for whatever reason, okay, you can blame it on a war, you can blame it on the government, you can blame it on your neighbor up the road. The gas prices are going up. But I also believe that after the elections cycle here in the States, I think we're going to see gas prices at the pump go back up, and I also think that we're going to see food prices go up, and electricity. I think all the things that we've been talking about, that we've been preparing for, we're gonna get hit with a few things, and it's gonna. This is another thing that's probably going to be a video on its own. Is I do think that the whole climate change agenda, the push, is going to force another some sort of lockdown. And are you guys ready for it? This video was more for the firewood, but the reason I mentioned what I did about after the elections and everything is that you look around, you observe, and you make decisions based on what you have observed. Now, in reality, the pieces, the variables have not changed. Everything that's got us to this point right now has not changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed that got us here. We might see a little bit of easement, but if the variables are not changed, why isn't it in the realm of possibility that we're going to see it again? We remember a couple of years ago when it was toilet paper that was hoarded. There are reports. In fact, when you're done with this, first, before you go, hit that like and subscribe button. But Google firewood is the new toilet paper. Guys, that's how fortunate we are still at this time as I record this video in order to get the things that we need. But if firewood is the new toilet paper, how quickly will other things become the new firewood? Or how quickly things will disappear? Does that make sense? So I want you guys to stay doing what you're doing. Now, let me back up. If you are preparing, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not doing anything, shame on you. What are you even doing here? Start now while you still can, and tell others. Don't. I am to the point in my life where I don't really give a rip what other people think of me. I just want to make sure that I take care of my wife and my children, and everybody else needs to do their own part, right? So again, this is just I encourage you guys to look around, to observe, and then but you have to decide to do something and go do it. You know, take action. You know, it's not just enough about watching YouTube videos and saying, yes, I agree. Oh, I disagree with that one, but that's okay. I agree mostly with that. What are you doing with that information? Are you actually doing something about it, or are you just being lazy? Or some other reason? I don't know. But I am here to share with you on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So guys, I do think that something's gonna happen. I really strongly feel that we're not out of the woods yet. I think this is what they call the calm before the storm. You've heard that expression before, and I think that's where we're at. But just be ready. I stand by what the farmer said earlier this year about harvesting. I stand by what the supply chain issues and how that's moving forward. We're still there. I think it's going to get worse, guys. And so until then, keep prepping, stay prepped, and as always, be blessed.